What's going on, everyone? A Chicago BLM organizer had some kind words for the community after a senseless night of rioting.
People in this city are struggling through a pandemic, so I don't care if somebody decides to loot a Gucci or a Macy's or a Nike, because that makes sure that that person eats. That makes sure that that person has clothes.
She followed up by saying that is reparations and, quote, anything they wanted to take, they can take because these businesses have insurance. Well, no, you can't just rob people of their property just because you feel like it. That's not how things work in America. Also, these businesses are being completely destroyed. There was about $60 million in damage on Sunday night's riots. Believe it or not, minorities work in these businesses. They're going out of work because you idiots are destroying the property and they can't go back. Not only that, though, there were people throwing stuff at officers from rooftops. There were 13 officers injured. There were multiple shootings. This is chaos, and for BLM to actually be coming out and defending what is going on in the city is absolute insanity. And this isn't the first time they've done this, you guys. This lady's statement was made after rioters and looters took to the streets of Chicago on Sunday night after responding to a Facebook video falsely stating police had fatally shot a 15-year-old boy. That's why this riot started, because there was a fake Facebook post about a 15-year-old boy being shot by police. The truth was, it was a 20-year-old male, and he was armed, dangerous, and aimed his gun at the police. They shot him. He was charged with attempted murder on Monday. How crazy is this that this is happening to where people are just jumping to conclusions when there's a police shooting? They're just making stuff up now because they know that rioters and looters are going to go out in the streets, cause chaos, and for all the opportunist criminals out there, it's a great run for them. And this young lady, she mentions that it's because people are starving. People can't feed themselves. Okay, one, there's unemployment, but two, even Mayor Lightfoot mentioned that those people were not stealing stuff for food. They were casually going in and grabbing every pair of shoes, every bag, every whatever at all these stores, even going into Tesla, stealing everything just because they could. They're opportunists. These people are criminals. These are the worst in the community, and these are not people that BLM needs to defend. And BLM constantly does this stuff, constantly. We could talk about Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, where BLM was posting a list of demands on business owners' storefronts, and basically saying there would be repercussions if they did not abide by their list of demands. There's nobody condemning this stuff, especially on the side of BLM. Nobody. Anyways, you guys, Mayor Lightfoot, she said, there's no justification for criminal behavior ever. You have no right to take and destroy the property of others. Yes, this is, spot on. Only thing is you ignored and let loose a bunch of criminals the past 2 months that have been running around in your city. That's why everyone thinks they can get away with this stuff. But still, good on her for condemning this last riot. Of course, we gotta give her credit for that, I guess. BLM Chicago came out and they stated, the mayor clearly has not learned anything since May, and she would be wise to understand that the people will keep rising up until the Chicago PD is abolished and our black communities are fully invested in. Keep rising up. This stuff will keep happening until you give us what we want. Now, I know a lot of you guys have reached out to me and have said, James, this kind of sounds like semi-terroristic behavior. Well, that would be true if, they were using unlawful violence and intimidation, especially against civilians, in the pursuit of political aim, right? Wait a second. These people are literally saying that we're going to be burning this place to the ground. One of the BLM leaders was on Fox News, what was that, maybe a month ago, saying we're going to be burning this place to the ground unless we get what we want, essentially is what he said. He said you can interpret that figuratively or literally.
If this country doesn't give us what we want, then we will burn down this system and replace it All right, and I could be speaking figuratively. I could be speaking literally. It's a matter of interpretation.
I gotta say, you guys, I'm so blown away with all these celebrities, these corporations, the media, everyone supporting BLM and their movement when so much of this is getting so out of control. It's getting so out of control. And if you guys are seeing this stuff go around and you're afraid to speak out, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to condemn this absolutely violent behavior and BLM completely sticking up for this violence. Don't be afraid to do that, because they're actually gaining a lot of ground in cities when it comes to defunding, abolishing, removing funds from police departments, giving them less resources. And believe me, when it comes to less resources for police departments, it is not going to affect the wealthy communities. They're going to get on the phone. They're going to say, we want the police here. The communities that it is going to affect the most, hands down, is going to be communities that need it the most, that need police the most. The inner city communities that have the most violence, the inner city communities that have the most robberies, the most crime, the most investigations that are underway. Those are the communities that need it the most, and those are the communities that are going to suffer. So get loud, voice your opinion. We'll see you guys next time.